Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this particular tutorial, I'm going to be teaching us how to sew a corset. Please, this particular corset is a 3-piece corset. So I'm going to teach you all you need to know on how to sew it. Please, I want you to make sure you watch the tutorial to the end. Make sure you focus, please. Make sure you actually focus. Please don't skip this video. Thanks and may God bless you. Also, if you haven't liked this video, make sure you click on the like button and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please, make sure you click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thanks and may God bless you. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is, as you can see, we are going to be tracing out all the pattern paper which we have drafted. So make sure you cut it out. Make sure you remain ½ inch on all sides. As you can see, make sure you remain ½ inch on all sides. It is very important. Those ½ inch are for the seam allowance. Do the same thing both on the front and at the back. So because the back is going to be laced, I want you to make sure you remove 2 inches from the back center. As you can see, remove 2 inches from the back center. Then after that, make sure you cut out all the other parts, leaving ½ inch on all sides. As you can see, that is what we have done.
So now, let's couple the bustier first. But before we couple the bustier, there's something I'd like to show us. If you notice on all these things, we use an interfacing on it. All of them. Just make sure you use an interfacing both on the material and on the lining. For me, I use a soft interfacing. Are you seeing it? Okay. So after you are done doing that, there's something I want to show you. On the bustiers, if you notice, I use light wording here. Are you seeing it? On all the bustier, both the material and the lining, I use light wording. Please, you can also use any type of wording, whether thick one, medium one. Do you guys understand? So, but I use light wording on both of them. Please, you can also use an English cup, a normal cup. Do you understand, to do this? But for the sake of this particular video, I'm using a wording. So if you want to learn how to use cup for your bustiers, please make sure you watch my other videos because I still have that particular video. So next thing we need to do is to couple this. So let's first of all arrange it before we couple. We have the bigger one and we have the smaller one. These are the bigger ones. Are you seeing it? The ones that are usually at the down part. Now look at the smaller ones. Now look at how this thing is going to look like. Remember, we had to notch just to know each side that will be facing each other. Do you understand? We had to notch. Okay. I think it is okay right now. You seeing it? This one to this one is going to be on this side. While this particular one, we look for the... Okay, now look at it. Why this particular one on this side? Are you seeing it? So, see, look at this particular one here. Are you seeing it? This one here. Look at it. Okay, now look at this one. Are we seeing it? Please, see, I notched it just so as to be sure. Are you seeing it? I notched it so as to be sure. If not, then if you don't notch it or if you don't label it, remember we labeled it when we are drafting. If you don't do all these things, it's going to be hard for you to place it this way. Are you seeing it? So we have to sew this one, then also take this one now and join to this particular one. So let's do that. All you have to do is to fold it like this. Are you seeing it? Fold it like this and then sew. Okay, let's do that. Sew with ½ inch because that's actually the allowance we added. Okay, so now that we have done it, as you can see, I want you guys to look at it. Are you seeing it? Now that we have done it, there's something I really want you to do. I want you to take it to the ironing table. Make sure you open up the seams and they iron it out very, very well. Do you understand? Okay. Then after you are done ironing it out very, very well, all you have to do is to now sew with this particular one. Hope I'm right. Okay, so you see what you have to do. You have to place it like this and then sew. So let's do that. Okay, so guys, another method of doing this thing is in some situations, some persons wants to use a kind of bias to differentiate so as to specifically let people know that this is actually a 3-piece bustier, corset bustier. Do you understand? So in order for you to do that, all you have to do is to just place this thing here. Make sure the middle part is corresponding to the middle part here. And now you now have to do a stitch by the sides. Now let's do that. Of the SS. Okay. So at this moment, you are not going to be connecting the upper part. Are you seeing it? So look at it. Are you seeing it? Please don't misplace it. Don't misplace it. Place it this way and connect. Okay, look at it. Next thing I want you to do is to go and then at the ironing table, go and open up the seam and then iron. Please iron with your ball, ironing ball. You understand what I mean? Iron with your ironing ball. Then when you are done, there's something else we are going to be doing with our bias. Do you understand? We are going to be sewing with our bias also. Okay guys, as you guys can see, we have ironed it. Are you seeing it? So next thing we are going to be doing is that the same way we are still going to be using this to top stitch on it. Are you seeing it? Okay, so let's still use it and sew on it. Let's do that. So as you guys can see, we are done with the stitching. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. It's looking very nice. Are you seeing it? Okay, looking very nice. Please, this is something we are going to be doing on the other side. Exactly what you have just done here, we're going to do it on the other side. So let's do that. So guys, as you can see, look at it here. So whatever you have done on the material, please do exactly the same thing on the lining. Do you understand? Exactly the same thing on the lining. That's what I want you guys to do. So guys, the next thing we are going to be doing is look at it very well. We are going to be joining this one to this one. Are you seeing it? We are going to be joining 3 of them. So all you need to do is to turn this one this way, then make sure you join with half inch here. Yes. Please, whatever you do on this material, make sure it's the same thing you do on the lining. So sew with half an inch. So the next thing we are going to be doing now, we are going to be opening up the seam and iron. Then we can now place our bias on it. Please, there's something I want to let you know. Please, if you don't use a direct bias, you can as well use a material and cut it like a bias. Do you understand? So if you want to know how to cut a material like a bias, I'll make sure I put the link in the description so that you will know how to do that. Do you understand? I have a video on that. How to use a normal material and to cut it like a bias so that it's going to be stretched. So guys, the same thing we did here, we are still going to be doing it on this one. So look at it, guys. So from here, I want you to mark 1 inch. Are you seeing it? Okay. Then from here, I also want you to mark 1.5 inch. Are you seeing it? Okay. So you have to connect it. Are you seeing it? But I've already ironed it out, so at least I have something that will guide me. Do you understand? You do the same thing here. Okay. So, but the best way of doing this is the moment you get it. Are you seeing it? You fold it like this. Then if this is the line that you want, all you have to do is do like this, then iron it out. Are you seeing it? So when you finish ironing it out, please make sure you also iron the center here. Now at the end of it, then you now have a line from your iron. 1, 2, 3. Are you seeing it? So on these 3 points is where we are going to place in our bias. So let's do that, guys. Okay, so now look at it. Are you seeing it? Looking so fine. So what I want you to do is to now we are not going to be coupling it. Do you understand? We are going to be coupling. Please, when you are coupling, there's something I really want to show you guys. You see, if I keep this thing like this, some of us might think it's looking nice. No, it's not looking nice. According to the labeling, this small part, are you seeing it? It's supposed to be at the center. So that means this is for this side. Are you seeing it? But if I fix this for this side, you will still not notice. It's still going to look nice. Do you understand? So what I'm just trying to let us know is that the best way is always to use what you label. Do you understand? Put it this way. Then now look at this one. You put it this way. Are you seeing it? Okay, so let's do that. So for us to see what you are going to be doing now, you have to face middle to middle. Are you seeing it? Please, you can as well use your pin and pin it round before you start sewing. Do you understand? Okay, but for the sake of this particular tutorial, I'm just going to fix it. Look at it, middle to middle. Are you seeing it? So I'm not going to be sewing. I will sew from here, reach here, then from here I will now reach here. Do you understand? So let's do that. So now let's continue. So now we are done sewing from here to here. You see me? So let's get done from here to here. As you can see, oh, this is looking very nice. Are you seeing it? Okay, now look at it here. Please, let's do the same thing on this very side. Yes, let's do the same thing on this very side. Let's put it like this and so. So now look, as you guys can see, we are done with the stitching this way. Now there's something I would really want you to do. Now look at this. It is not compulsory, but you can go ahead to top stitch here. Do you understand? So as to make it thicker. So how do you top stitch? Now look at this side. Are you seeing it? This side must be facing here. Do you understand? The side you are top stitching. Make sure as you top stitch, this side is always facing this side. Do you understand? As you top stitch from beginning to the end. So let's top stitch. So guys, looking at it now, so you can see we are done with the front part, and we're almost done, because what is just remaining is the back part. Do you understand? Please, whatever you do on this material is the same thing you're going to be doing on the lining. Do you understand? However you joined here, use the same method to join the lining. It's very, very important. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing, look at it, look the material, look at the lining. Please remember, we've not worked on the back. Okay, now look at the next thing we are going to be doing now. You have to place it so that make sure that they are equal. Please, I want to let you know that when you are sewing, when you are coupling all of them, please make sure that here, from distance from here to here, is equal to the distance from here to here. Do you understand? Okay, so make sure you place it and make sure it is equal. Please, it is very important you allow it to be equal. Now use your pin and hold it. Use your pin and hold it. Okay, please do the same thing on these other sides. Make sure they are equal. Use your pin and hold.
So after that, the next thing you have to do is to make sure you stitch on the upper side. As you can see, I'm stitching. So after that, the next thing you need to do is to use your scissors and cut off the excess. As you can see, just take your scissors and cut off all the excess.
Now for you to top stitch, now look at it. Place is this way. Are you seeing it? Please make sure the seam is going towards the lining. Are you seeing it? Okay, then you top stitch. Okay, so next thing we are going to be doing now, guys, look at it. We are going to be closing the side and the down parts at the same time. Now there's something I actually forgot to do. So I forgot to reduce the down parts. Do you understand? Whenever you are working on this, you have to reduce the down parts. So let me just reduce the down parts with 1 inch. Do you understand? Let me reduce it with 1 inch. Okay, please, this same reduction we've done, still make sure you do it at the back part. Do you understand? The same thing. Now look at it. Let's join. Are you seeing it? You have to take your pin and join it so that make sure all of them rhymes. So guys, let's continue. So we are now going to be closing the side. Now I want you to know something when it comes to closing the side. Start from the upper part. Are you seeing it? Fold it so that the upper part will be coming to the lining. Are you seeing? Then at the end of the day, you notice that the back, are you seeing, the material is now longer than the back. It's coming towards the lining. So this is actually what you want. So all you need to do is to use 1/2 inch and sew out from this side. Now guys, I want you to see something. We are still going to be doing the same thing on this side. But remember, we need to turn it from a particular point. Do you understand? And it's going to be this side. I can choose as well not to do anything at all here. Now look at what I'm trying to say. I can choose to just turn it like this. Are you seeing it? Then when I'm done turning it, I will now fold out here and there, sew. Do you understand? I'll now do it one, fold it and sew. But let me show you guys easy way of doing it. Let me show you guys easy way of doing it. Okay, now look at it, just like we did previously. We are going to sew from here. You see it here now. We are going to fold this one going over to this side. Are you seeing? Sew from here down to this side. Then do the same thing here. Arrange here. Sew from here down to this side. Just sew it like 1.5 inch. Do you understand? Okay. Now let's do it. So are you seeing it? Next thing you need to do is to turn it out. So turn it, arrange it. Put your hand inside. Make sure all the edges, you bring them out. Okay. Please also know we are still going to iron in order to complete this part. Now look at here. Turn it like this. Are you seeing it? Also do the same thing at the upper part. Use your hand and push it out. Okay. So when you are done doing that, you will notice that we have a very neat work here. Are you seeing it? Now look at this very side. When you just do like this, look. When you do like this, you see it will relax. Are you seeing it? You can also iron it out, use hemming gum and then hold it. Do you understand? Or you can as well just do a top stitch here. Whichever one you want to do, do you understand? It's okay by me. Are you seeing it? It's looking very nice. Okay. Now cut it off. You go to the ironing table. Make sure you iron out this side very, very well. Do you understand? Okay.
So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to prepare the stripe for the looping. Do you understand? For the loop, yeah, in order to prepare it, please, you need to get your fabric. Make sure you cut out 2 inches by width. Then make sure the length is very long and sew it the way you just see me sew.
Okay, so let's put the loop. See it here now. Are you seeing it? See the back? Are you seeing it? So we need to put the loop here. Okay, now look at it. So let's cut out 2.5. Can actually use 2 inches too. So when you cut it out, you now use the one which you have cut out to cut the rest. Do you understand? Use it to cut the rest. Make sure you cut it out. So if you look at this you are seeing now, you just have to how do you form this in the first place? You just have to get a piece of material, a stripe, just cut out 2 inches. Do you understand? Then fold it. Do you understand? And you sew it to be this. Or you can also sew only ½ inch and turn from the inside. Do you understand? In order to form this particular one here. So make sure you cut it out. Cutting it out, as you can see. Next thing we need to do is to mark the points which we are going to be fixing the loop. This I would like to let you know there are different ways of putting a loop, but for the sake of this particular tutorial I'm going to be using the simplest form now. Okay, so what I mean by the simplest form, you can also use it on professional dresses, guys. So first of all you need to do is to make sure you mark out ½ inch. This ½ inch here now is for the seam allowance. Do you understand? So from here you need to just be marking out 1 inch. Are you seeing it? Okay, you can also use 1.5 inch. Do you understand? Yes, but that is actually depending on how you want your loop to be. Look at it. You're marking out 1 inch till you get to the down part. Okay, are you seeing it? When you get to this point, just stop. Yeah. Okay, now trace it on the other side. Now for you to trace it, you don't need to make use of your tape again. Do you understand? All you need to do is to place it like this. Are you seeing it? Use this one and trace it out. Okay. So now the next thing you are going to be doing now is on those points which you have marked. Now look at it. Place it like this. Now fold this like this. Are you seeing? Are you seeing what I've just folded? You can fold it like this and place it like this and so. Are you seeing it? Okay, now look at it as it is like this. Make sure, see, let it be like this. Now make sure these two are equal like this. Are you seeing it? That is what you're going to do on all of them. Okay, now let's do that, guys. Okay guys, now look at it. Are you seeing it? Please do exactly the same thing on the other side. Then next thing you need to do is to take your lining and sew. Okay, look at the lining. Are you seeing it? So let's start sewing from the upper part first. Let's close the upper part, then we top stitch. Please, the moment you are done sewing the upper side, please the next part to sew is the down part. Do you understand? But we did not do that here, but we are going to be doing it. Now the reason why you need to sew is that first of all you need to do, remember we shortened the front with 1 inch on the lining. Please do the same thing at the back. Please don't skip it. I almost skipped it. Please don't skip it. Please, I will advise you to shorten the lining, like place all of them, both the front and the back, shorten it at the same time. Don't do it exactly this way I've done, but even if you eventually do it this way, it's still very much okay. So now after you are done, next thing you need to do is to sew out the down part. Do you understand? Then after the down part, you now work on the side. Okay, so let's do that. So like I said, after we now work on the side. Now let me show us something. The side is going to be like this. Are you seeing it? The material is going to be coming towards the front. Okay, so you now have to finish your stitching. Okay guys, like I've already taught us how to work on this side. Now look at it. Place it this way. Are you seeing it? Now look. So add this very part a little bit. Now back stitch. Do the same thing on the other side. Now after you are done doing this, next thing you need to do is to turn it out. Okay guys, now look at it. Then from here, all I want you to do is to fold it out like this. Just draw it like this and it's going to relax, then you top stitch. Okay guys, so now look at it. As you can see, look at it very well. This is the front part, we are done ironing it, and this is the back part. Are you seeing it? We are done ironing it. Look at it here. So it's now time to close the side, and that's all. So what are we going to be doing? I want you to fold it this way. Are you seeing it? Fold it this way. Okay, then you now have to impute your measurement. Please, the most important measurement in this case now is your under bust and your waist measurement. Yes, because at the end of the day, we actually cut with our original measurement. So that means if you impute your under bust and the waist measurement, obviously your bust measurement is going to be there. So let's do that. So fold it into two like this. Okay, so mark the under bust, which is 30 inches. Look at it. Are you saying it? 7.5. Mark it this way. Then the waist, which is 29. Are you seeing it? 7 1/4. Mark it this way. Then next thing you need to do is just connect it this way. Are you seeing it? So when you are done connecting it, next thing I want you to do is to look at it, guys. Next thing I want you to do is to use your pin and then pin it like this. So the reason why we are pinning it out is just to make sure that we have to trace it at the back. That is just the major reason. We want to trace from the back. Okay, now guys, look at what I was saying. Are you seeing it? So from here we have to trace. Okay, so now that you are done, next thing you need to do is to remove the pins, then open it out. Are you seeing it? Take one part of this, place it here. Are you seeing it? So we are now going to be sewing from here to here. When we sew, we open up the seam and iron. Also do the same thing to this one. Sew from here to here, and we are 100% done. So let's do the stitching, guys. So guys, look at it here. All we have to do is to go to the iron table, open it out, and then iron. Then when it comes to this side, fold it out like this. Are you seeing it? Fold it out like this and then iron. Are you seeing it? Okay. Then the same thing to this very side. Open it and then iron. Are you seeing it? Open it and iron. Fold it out like this and iron. Fold it out like this, iron. It's like I said, you can also use interlocking. That is the inner stitching. The same method we use in sewing jackets. Sew this. So what is that method? You sew it in a way that you sew the material separate and sew the lining separate. That is, you sew the materials full separate and sew the lining separate. In that case, you are not going to be having this. Everywhere is just going to be like this. Are you seeing it? Okay, but the reason why I'm using this one is just to make sure that I can be able to adjust it at any time for my customer. Do you understand? So it's a kind of a commercial work. But if you're making the one you sew as ready to wear, you sell as ready to wear, please, you can go ahead and use the suit method, the inner stitching. Do you understand? So that's it for today. So thank you very much, guys. Look at it. Look at it here. Okay, so that's it.
Thanks for watching. Please, I would like you guys to make sure you watch the part 1 on how to draft this kind of corset. That is a 3-piece corset. I want you to make sure you also watch our other videos on how to draft different kinds of corset. Please, guys, make sure you like this video, make sure you share it to your friends, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and may God bless you. I love you.